Hello, it's a full moon tonight. We've got an eclipse coming up. I thought I'd do a message for the collective and see what we need to think about here on this full moon, November 18, 2021. Also my 51st birthday. I hope you're enjoying my birthday. And if you share this birthday with me, happy birthday to you. Let's see what we have here. Message for the collective on this full moon eclipse. That card says, me. Oh, we've got two cards here. All right. We have a pitcher plant, the carnivorous pitcher plant. Watch out, a little tricky. Smells sweet, but if you're a little fly, you just walk right in there and get eaten up. Good source of protein. And the manta ray, deep, mysterious. I get a feeling of the moon here, the unknown depths, deep in the ocean. A little bit of mystery and danger here, collective. Let me actually look up the, do I have the book? Somewhere. I've lost the book. All right. I'm not allowed to look it up. Message received, universe. Okay. That's funny. I had it. But yes, we're going to take my reading of these cards. The mysterious depths the manta ray is reflecting from, and then also the pitcher plant drawing you in. Cute. That might be my dog snoring, that if you hear a little piggy sound back there. He's so cute. Okay, I'm not going to obsess about how I can't find that book. Okay, collective. What is going on? What do you need to watch out for? Something, I feel like there's something about yes, it's something that you don't know. It's a mystery that you're not seeing. The manta ray is telling me that. Think about what the manta ray means to you. Big, giant stingray comes up from the depths, leaps to the surface. What do you think of? All right. Let go. It's a full moon. All right. Maybe I'll find that book later and I'll be able to read it. Oh. So, because we have this feeling of danger, the seductive pitcher plant danger here. And something hidden in the shadows. Yeah, we want to know what we don't know, is what we want to know from this reading here. So I'm going to give it one of my favorite spreads that I use all the time, which is the Release Embrace, What's Hidden, and the Future. There's a 4-card spread here. Okay, what you need to release. Ouch. Yes, please do release this painful 3 of Swords. All looking out from this wounded heart. My goodness. That heart is not only stabbed 3 times, bleeding, on the verge of tears, but it's all tied up. Wow. Everything is tied up, wrapped up together. I love when a 3 of Swords perfectly conveys how long it takes to get over betrayal. And that you're just looking out from this completely just abused heart. This is where you've been coming from. So maybe this pitcher plant here is about your fear that something that seems sweet will actually do this to you. I happen to have a pitcher plant in my house, and it doesn't like this dry climate. I'm about to return it to the plant store. All right. Wow. So let's release this Three of Swords, and let's instead embrace the Prince of Discs, the slowpoke knight. He has a plan. He's the A student. Steady, slow. He's so slow he doesn't even ride a horse. He rides a steer. I like his feet. He has little feet that are just so. They're just a little prissy. You know, he has very good posture. I've come to love the Prince of Discs. Although I like things to happen a lot faster than he does. Okay, what's hidden from you? So this, getting over this Three of Swords, you know, it's only natural when it's that painful that it takes time. What's hidden from you is a Prince of Wands. Much faster. This guy is riding a phoenix up out of the ashes. That's cool. Fire sign. You're being told to embrace the Prince of Discs, but then there's a completely opposite, fast, non-committal energy. I feel like this Prince of Wands is not. Sometimes he can be presented as can't make up his mind. Sometimes he gets portrayed as a narcissist and someone to watch out for. He's a player. These kind of representations of the Prince of Wands. I see a person who is driven by passion, who is equally driven and motivated and forward-leaning. He's just a lot faster than this Prince of Discs. See, he's not leaning forward. He's sitting straight up. He's riding a slow mount. He's got the plan. The Prince of Wands is not making any plans. He's going completely instinctively. And the future is a Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands. I like how she has the tattoo on her chin. She's also walked through fire, led by inspiration. She comes from another place. She has wisdom that she brings from another place. That's often Page of Wands is a foreigner, queer, outside viewpoint, showing up here in the future. Really interesting. I feel like there's a way in which, in the process of healing your broken heart, completely betrayed and just tied up with it and obsessing with it, that's where you are, that you need to release. As you just the way that you release this is a Prince of Discs method of just put your head down and go, and just keep going in the same direction. It's going to feel like it takes forever. And then hidden, a Prince of Wands. It feels like what you can't see when you're in the slow part of healing from this Three of Swords. What you can't see is that the momentum's going to come. It's going to speed up. And when you return from this journey, you'll be like this Princess of Wands. You'll see things from a totally new direction. You're going to come back from a hero's journey here. It's a moon journey. It's the full moon. It's an eclipse, of course. You're afraid of the pitcher plant more than you're being warned of it. You're afraid of your heart, of the sweetness that attracts you, that devours you, that gets you where you end up like this. You're afraid to be the little fly lured into the sweet-smelling pitcher plant because your heart's broken. Good. On the bottom of the deck here, the star, healing, wish fulfillment. Don't be afraid. You're going to come back. You are very much rising from the ashes of this, and right now, just embrace that it feels slow, but it's going to speed up. You're going to heal. Then there's going to be a true, classy love offer. Or that's you coming back with your heart from this journey, unafraid to offer your heart. And then lastly, the Queen of Cups. Open-hearted. Wow, this is a transformative moon journey that you were on. I love this. I love this. It's my birthday. I'm a Scorpio. It's all about rising from the ashes. You've been betrayed, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be better than okay. You're going to be in your heart. You're going to be in your passion, and you're going to have like a perspective to offer others that is informed by this experience. It's almost like going to another country and learning from that country. This is almost like a double rising from the ashes feeling here. That's awesome. Woo! I'm excited for you, collective. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You are on your way. And it's a moon journey. No question. A moon journey. This manta ray diving deep into the darkest parts of the sea and rising. There's the surface. You can just see that surface. It'll be there. Don't be afraid. You're not a little fly. You know what to do. Let's clarify. Do we need to? Let's clarify, because I'm a Scorpio. I like to find out more. I like secrets. I want to find out more. Tell us about this Three of Swords, please. What are we releasing? It looks painful. I don't want to go back to it, but let's find out anyway. Right? Okay. A Queen of Cups. She's in the underlying. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is an emotionally open, available person. Eight of Swords, who feels trapped, but is not. See, that bat can just fly out of there. But it feels like you're trapped. You can't see that you're free. The trap is an illusion. What else? Five of Cups. There's that broken heart. It's another version of the Three of Swords. It's very much a Scorpio card. It's very much what phoenixes rise from. Ashes. There's 3 cups that are overturned and 2 that are upturned. You can see this penguin couple has lost their little one. It's a grief over something that they nurtured that has not made it. It hasn't made it because somebody never was willing to move out of their Eight of Swords. It could be you. You lost something because you felt trapped. Because you're the person who feels betrayed. It's almost like both of you, or whoever you were involved in this, like, it feels like it's like you were both put your hearts into it, but something bigger than you, like nature, like an institution, like something big and outside, a third party, took the life here. This is nature. This is not something that anybody did. Nobody's at fault. They both tried their best to nurture this idea, this dream, this vision. And so, so sometimes the feeling of being helpless it's a real feeling. Something outside of you that you were powerless to stop has caused you this loss. Even though both of your hearts were in it, or your heart was in it. That's the message here of what you release. Ooh, that's a hard one to release, because your mind will go over and over and over again. You're trying to figure out what you could have done different and what they could have done different and how things should have been. And it's a trap, but you never can get out of that. It's just how it is. You know, I was taught it is or it isn't. And when it isn't, there's nothing you can do about it. When it is, there's nothing you can do about that either. So you can have like faith. You know, what is meant to be will be. And this was not meant to be, but you're sore over it. You're obsessing about it, and you feel trapped in that obsession. I mean, you're tied up in it. This is exactly how it feels. I mean, I'm fixed all four corners of all four fixed signs I have in my chart. I know what it means to not be able to let go, to not quit working it, obsessing about it, thinking from that wounded place, that wound, to obsess from there, to, you know. Because look, you were this beautiful whale. That cup up there, that is such a beautiful, serene faith that you came into this with, but it didn't work out. There was loss. And you're powerless over it. So you have to release that. It's really hard to release it, and it takes time, right? So we're embracing this Knight of Cups. It doesn't have to be a relationship, or it doesn't have to be a child. It's something that you really put your heart into, and that there's nothing you could have done to prevent it. So if you need to know that in order to quit obsessing, there's nothing you could have done to prevent it. And I'm sorry it hurts. Here we go. Slow and steady. Yes, rising, 7 of Wands. There is your integrity. There is your passion. This is going to be what brings you forward. You can see the battle. The other wands that are not bearing, they're not in bloom, but you are. This is resilience. You have it. You have this responsibility and the steadiness. Yeah. This is a tough couple of readings I'm given here. All right. Okay. 9 of Cups. Good. You're rising towards fulfillment. We already saw the Star card. 9 of Cups. This is personal, emotional fulfillment. A little black fish swimming in there. Not quite the whale of the Queen of Cups, but this little hopeful, happy fish just has like a super stoked shape. You see what I mean? It can be a very solitary experience that you're in right now, that you're embracing. And death. There's more of that Scorpio rising from the ashes, transformation through pain. That's definitely in play here. Like for a collective reading, like what we're going through as a collective. The feeling of the outside, the feeling of risking to hope, to aspire. We've lost a lot. And there can be a lot of pressure, a lot of signing on with giving up. That you're an 8 of Swords, like you can't move, focus on the negative. Like you've been through enough. I got to a point as a kid where I looked around at my world and I'm like 21 and I'm so cynical. I wasn't even 21. I wasn't even of drinking age, and I just was so cynical. I'd never seen a leader. I looked around at my people and they looked so apathetic. And it was just really hard to be this big heart, this Queen of Cups in this world that didn't want to change, that didn't want grace, didn't want love, wanted to be materialistic and at war or whatever. Like I would travel to other places. I went to Latin America and read the paper. I remember the year I came out of the closet as gay. It was also the year that the wall came down in Germany and there was a Velvet Revolution in Czechoslovakia. But I gave up hope. It looks like my battery might run out on this. If so, I'll just have to finish this reading after I charge this phone back up. Okay, we're going to clarify the Prince of Wands. I'll try not to linger over this. It's a very simple reading. There's a Three of Wands. You're waiting. There's a new day dawning. Look at the little blooms. You're not alone. Two of Cups. Justice. The meeting of equals. It can be a love connection. I feel like this is a collective reading. This is what's hidden from you, the Prince of Wands. And there's that solitary healing journey. So there's healing in this. There's rising from suffering, from loss, from something that should have been that wasn't. And now we're turning, after this steadfast progress that we're told to embrace now, we can see that the tarot wants us to know that it's going to come. It's going to come. It's going to come fast. It's going to come with the Two of Cups. You just wait. You wait, and this is going to be healing. Yep. That's what's hidden from us. Prince of Wands. And the future. The Page of Wands. As if you've come back from another world. You're marked. You're changed. Or somebody else is coming in with this message. A very young person. Get that message a lot in collective readings. Listen to young people. There's a lot of really amazing young people to listen to right now. Okay, the moon. There's that moon journey, that manta ray image reiterated right here. What's not known, where you have to go into the depths, into the fear of that pitcher plant, the fear of loving, of hoping, of the light, right? I really see how this is a beautiful plant, right? It's full of light. It smells sweet. You're afraid of it. Hope is risky, right? It could be dashed. There's the star again. There will be healing. There will be wish fulfillment. It's coming. It's here twice. And justice. Yeah, like the Two of Cups we just saw. This is another message of justice. There will be the sword put down. There will be justice. Coming in from this with your heart and returning to I can't help but see that, like, you entered into the last thing that broke your heart like this, and you're coming out here. Queen of Cups. You're being restored to your former self in this process. You're going to come back with a truth that is passionate and full of inspiration and the wisdom of the outsider. Four of Wands is the underlying card. It's the only underlying card. This is stability. This is authenticity. This is community. And that is the message for the collective. Be steadfast on your Prince of Discs Slowpoke Night journey, but it's going to get hot, fast, transformative, just. And this is an adventure. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the sweetness and of the light. Don't be afraid of hope. It's here on the table, rising from the ashes. The star is here twice. That's wish fulfillment. The heart is here. Passion is here. Healing of your heart. Healing of this grand disappointment. Put your heart into it. Put your passion into it. Just keep on steady. Yeah, don't be disillusioned the way I was when I was 20. Because I do think we're in a different world right now. Like, I teach young people, and they are totally like her. They're beautiful spirits who are determined, to put things right. And they come from their heart. And they've looked into themselves. They've examined the problems with their whiteness or their power, their privilege. They've looked. And they're speaking from their difference as well. If they're not white, they're not straight, they're not of dominant culture. They're like her. So listen to the young people. You're going to come back from this journey like her, like them, transformed, and carrying this Ace of Wands.